Welcome Niara!
Ciao, come sei?
Oh, bene! Adesso mi aiuterà Jamila, dietro le quinte, a formulare le domande in inglese perché io non sono tanto brava, però Jamila avremo un ottimo supporto per la nostra artista Niara che è ospite qui all'Arte in Pole e dopo svolgerà 2 workshop di pole dance e lei è un'artista internazionale, americana in pole dance, è da tanti anni che fa pole dance e adesso ci racconterà la sua storia perché è anche interessante vedere una visione della pole dance che non sia strettamente italiana, quindi anche fuori oceano vedere come la pole dance si sia evoluta nel tempo e vedere anche quello che sta avvenendo attualmente dopo quello che stanno anche attraversando gli artisti della pole dance a livello internazionale. Quindi ora facciamo una piccola introduzione per Niara che è qui ad Arezzo e sono molto felice di accogliere e intervistarla. Adesso partiamo, quindi allora, qual è il tuo background artistico e sportivo?
Okay, so my background, I'm a little bit older, so I have many years, maybe 30, maybe 40 years of dance background. I started when I was very little, doing ballet. So I was very strict in ballet for 10 years, and then after that, got into hip hop.
Okay.
And started doing a lot of hip hop in America. And I was dancing with the basketball team, the NBA, and was doing the hip hop with the hip hop team there. Then I continued on teaching, doing hip hop, contemporary dance, and performing with a number of different performance groups and traveling internationally to perform. Went to China, all over the States.
Wow.
So got the opportunity to do a lot of hip hop and contemporary movements. Then I moved into doing more heels dance,
Okay.
a little bit more slow, a little bit more sensual, bringing the contemporary dance with the heels and a little bit more adult, grown movement. And really just I've been teaching that for about 20 years now.
Wow.
So hip hop and contemporary and heels. I was performing with my dance group at a pole studio in San Diego, and I would see them perform the pole, and I thought, I would like to try. So I took...
Che anno era quando hai conosciuto la pole dance?
8 years ago.
8 anni fa. Okay.
Yeah. So it's been 8 years that I've been doing pole. I just started.
Okay.
But because I have, I'm trained as a yoga teacher as well, and I do movement my whole life. So as soon as I got into pole, I feel like everything clicked.
Yes.
Because the mind-body connection was already there to figure out how to do the moves and the tricks. And I just find it's a really special way to express myself with all my background. So.
Bello. E allora, quali sono state le difficoltà iniziali, cioè anche sociali, cioè se ci sono stati pregiudizi? Come?
Sì.
Yes. Okay.
I didn't really run into that myself. So you're talking about the prejudices with doing pole dance. Other people forged that way already for me. So it wasn't something, because I've started it kind of late, people working in the clubs and people that really started that whole movement, they've had to kind of go through way more prejudice than I have because they've already commercialized it to a point now. So, we're really just trying to have everybody be respected within this field because it is something that was started in the clubs. So it's hard to have a prejudice against something when they're the ones that began the whole form of art. So I don't pay much attention to it personally. I do run into it, but I also have 3 children, teenagers and boy and girl. So, and they see this as an art.
Okay.
So that's it. And any way that you express yourself, it can always be artistic. So.
Wow. For me it's the same.
Yes, yeah.
Secondo te, com'è cambiata in questi anni la pole dance? Che percorso sta facendo a livello mondiale, a livello di cosa, cioè da quando è iniziato ad oggi?
Okay, well, children.
for you, but
No, not my children. Children and pole dance.
Okay.
That's how things. So, are you asking how it changed? How the sports of pole dance has changed?
Okay.
Yeah, people are younger and younger and younger that's starting, and so the tricks and the things that people are doing are, I mean, I can't even bend in all of those ways. So I'm not sure if that's the question that you were asking. If it's, are you asking me kind of how the sport has changed since I started?
Yes.
That's kind of what I've seen. I started, and after 6 months, I started doing competitions because I really just wanted to perform. I wasn't into competing, but I like to perform. And now there seems to be a lot more competitions and a lot, a little, I think, personally, maybe too much specific on tricks.
Yes.
Because to me, it's just my style and my preference. After you see tricks, you see them 1,000 times, it can just get a little bit monotonous. Yeah. So to me, the exciting part is the artistic, the transitions, the fluidity, the message, and what you're saying with the movement. So I would like to see more focus on that.
Yes.
But I think there is a lot of focus on tricks and getting harder and harder and harder with losing some of the art. But that's just my personal opinion.
No, for me it's the same. Yeah. For me it's the same. And ho capito che ti piace più la parte artistica della pole come la amo io. Quindi la visione della pole dance all'Olimpiadi,
sì.
Come la vedi?
It's hard to, I think it's very hard to judge art.
Yes.
And so that's why I, as a dancer for many years, I was never interested in having my kids be in competition dance. I wasn't interested in judging competition dance.
Okay.
Because I think the focus shifts from the art basis to a bit fake,
Yes.
You're just doing things that you don't feel very deeply.
Yes.
So, but it's incredible the things that they do. And I think that there should be maybe a division for sports. There, a specific sport division where people are doing tricks. It's like gymnastics. But then I don't know how you judge the artistic side of it in a very fair way. I think it's pretty subjective to judge when somebody is pouring their heart out for something. But I do think it'd be cool to be in the Olympics. It's a sport. It's incredibly difficult. And I've seen other things at the Olympics that require far less athletic ability, I think. So I do think it belongs there. I'm just not sure how they would judge it. Yeah.
Ultima domanda.
Sì.
Secondo te la pole dance in America è differente dalla pole dance in Italia?
Sì. As far as I am concerned, but again, it's not like I've seen everything here, but when I first moved to Italy, I was here for 1.5 years, and I went to a couple pole studios, and I bring a dance background much more than the students here. Here, it was very, very athletic. The movements they were doing, very strong, very trick-oriented, but also graceful. But the classes that I've been to, there is not a focus on fluidity in dance.
Okay.
Not to say that there is not that. I have seen certain dancers at studios that do focus on that, but it seems like in general, there are also a lot more kids that do pole dance here. I mean, I was surprised. So many children, at Pole Art Italy, there was a huge division, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, doing fongies and, no. But I mean, I did notice that seemed to be more the focus here, and maybe less stigma on the background of it. I don't know, but it seemed to be very much, this is sports. A lot of them were in gyms and fitness centers, and so it just seemed to be less.
Ok.
Less that and more trick,
È molto bello pensare che la pole dance continui a dare arte, continui a dare danza,
sì.
e quindi Niara, diciamo, in questo ci siamo molto trovate, infatti siamo molto vicine in questo tipo di visione della pole dance, ed è per questo che quando lei viene spesso qua io l'accolgo con braccia super aperte, perché sono veramente felice di accogliere il suo stile e che i miei allievi accolgono il suo stile, perché la pole dance deve essere proprio prima di tutto una forma d'arte meravigliosa, e partire proprio da un discorso di trasformazione addirittura proprio del proprio corpo e proprio di beneficio anche, no? Perché anche la danza è una forma di terapia, io la vedo così.
Expression, self-expression.
Esatto, l'espressione proprio di se stessi deve continuare, e dobbiamo continuare, secondo me, a dare questo messaggio, continuare.
Sì.
Quindi io ti ringrazio, ora iniziamo a lavorare. Grazie. Grazie anche a Jamila che è dietro, anche se non ci ha aiutato, perché non siamo riusciti capisce benissimo l'italiano. Benissimo. Bene, e allora grazie, ci vediamo alla prossima intervista, e ciao a tutti. Ciao.